Soul Cafe.
Art is a profound way of having a relationship with Christ. Many of our saints were also poets. St. John of the Cross, St. Teresa of Avila, St. Thomas Aquinas were just a few. Entirety of a soul. Through each and every breath of my wounded life, where deep sorrow and darkness prevail, and I feel a dearth all over, I hear a soft whisper to content, like a solace to my weeping heart. He's been there always, like an unseen mystery, the warmth of my broken soul, the holy of holies, dwelling in me from the very beginning. His unfathomable love envelops me all day long. Oh, how poor and miserable soul will I be, to be always defying the purpose and nature of thy will. Thou seem to be my unfailing hope. O Lord, thou art my merciful spouse, my very reason of existence. Gazing at you unveils the scar of your love for me. O my beloved, your wounds have cleansed me. Thy excruciating pain has paid my debts. Your incarnation made me the chosen one. O poor soul abandoned in anguish, how long could I endure this, falling apart at times of temptations? O Lord, how deep were your afflictions, your torments were beyond words. How could you bear them all in flesh? You looked upon death as a virtue, your shame and pain was my gain. The beauty of life rests in your mercy. Oh, how forgiving is your identity. With a most lenience, you look upon my sinful life. Your benevolence draws me closer and closer. With thy grace, I learn to love. Keeping aside my flaws, I desire to live for you. With your spirit living in me, I'm obliged to live my life in holiness. When I chose to follow you, my prayers were then scripted by your wisdom. I was completely convinced in your divinity. Your love empowered my inner self. The abundance of your grace lighted my path. Your care overwhelmed my iniquities. O fountain of unconditional love, thou art mine, true love, who fetched me to eternity like the blessed mother in her most beloved son. In awe I proclaim, let thy will be done in me till the end of times. Suja Neelesh, Oman.
Christasy. 7 colors, and it was cheerful. Then I saw daybreak, bringing a new start. It was as though I was in a euphoric bliss. Let it flow through my thoughts. Beauty of this world took me to the abyss. I stayed still in awe as it unfolded the knots. Then I heard sweet whispers and murmurs, gentle, crisp, calming cascades, chirping shallows and singing nightingales, soothing wounds of decades. Never before I felt so light and fluffy. I drifted along the meadows and valleys. I had no care in the world, and I wasn't fussy, leaving behind my sins and dark alleys. Then it dawned on me. How could it be? There must be a reason for this. How can a wretch like me? There has to be a reason for this. And then I was waken up by screaming kids, but I loved them to bits. Nishan Matthew, Brisbane, Australia.
Mask. Mask, today's weapon of defense for all mankind. Covered, we walk upon those empty pavement sides. What was earlier filled with busy swings and slides lays now fearfully naked for none to stop by. Mask, anxious and scared we hide our deep fears, a sneeze or a cough, furious stares. What was once worn by battlement of medical care has now become a trendsetter of this new year. Mask, have we not worn them before in our everyday lives, hiding away our sinful, shameful lives? Invisible to many, we carry them in our insides, happy and hoping that none would be seen. Mask, for how much longer do we hide from our Father who seeks to love us day and night? For nothing is blind to his mighty sight. And come back, O child, he calls to us this night. Mask, not meant to cover our evil insides, so ripping them off, surrender it all, asking for help to the one by our sides. His mercy and grace shall fill all our lives. Lemikala Purakal, Netherlands.